Hi, my name is Kylie Phoenix and I'm here to talk to you about conflict resolution and how we deal with that in the Phoenix Healing Retreat in the Ho'oponopono technique, the Ho'oponopono healing therapy technique. Conflict resolution is a really big topic, and what I would like you to do now is to actually imagine being in a conflict. Okay, having some kind of a disagreement that you're having with somebody, and maybe you're having a massive war of attrition. Okay, it's got to the point where neither of you are talking to each other, or there's constant hurt and pain being inflicted from one side to the other. You're not getting anywhere, and this has been going on for quite a while. You feel really stuck in a corner. You feel like there's just no way out. There's no way to actually deal with this. What do? Okay. Some people go and get mediation, some people go and get lawyers, some people take people to court, send letters, court orders, and get pretty heated, pretty nasty, and that's using an aggression, so being quite aggressive about trying to deal with the conflict. But every conflict has come from some kind of level of dis-ease, okay? So some kind of programming underneath that both of you share that hasn't been addressed, and you've attracted each other because there's something going on in the background that you both have that hasn't been addressed yet. And what you can do with Ho'oponopono, the really cool thing about Ho'oponopono and the other techniques that we use in the healing therapy technique, the Phoenix Healing Retreat, is that you can actually deal with that conflict without even having a conversation with that person. Okay, you don't need to ask that person for permission to actually shift the energy for both of you. Okay, you ask permission of their higher self. Okay, so when you go in and you do healing, the Ho'oponopono, you ask their higher self for permission to actually deal with the program. And I guarantee you 99.99% of the time their higher self will say, yes please, can we please deal with this, because I don't want this, because their higher self doesn't want anything to do with this anger and this judgment and this feeling betrayed and this feeling hurt and feeling ostracized and feeling like they've been made to blame for something. Nobody wants to actually have that going on. Okay, so their higher self will pretty much always say, yes, absolutely, can we please shift this? Okay, so you can, in your own space, okay, by yourself, if you want, or you can have me to help, or you can have your colleagues in the course to help, or friends and family if they want to participate in helping you to find the data. I'll teach you how to find the data about what is actually going on in this conflict. Okay, what it is that's making you two clash. What it is that stopped you two from being able to talk, from being able to resolve your issues. What programs do the both of you have that you're at the moment possibly unable to see, okay? And then once you can see those programs, you can actually heal them, you can shift them, you can release them from both of your subconscious, all levels of your energy for both of you at the same time. If you have an invested interest in this person, you can actually shift it from them at the same time. You don't have to, but you can definitely tune into them as well and shift it from them at the same time. So if you want to stay friends with this person, if you want to stay in contact with this person, and you want this stuff to shift, then you can actually do that, okay, using Ho'oponopono. And you don't have to sit in front of them. You don't have to have a conversation with them. You don't have to write them an email or a message or a letter or a court order or take them to the judge or take them to mediation or anything like that. You can actually deal with it by yourself in your own quiet time and do maybe 4, 5, 6 sessions on that particular stuff, and maybe more depending on how long you guys have known each other, how strongly your two souls have come together to actually help each other heal. If you're from your core family, so say if it's your sister, brother, mother, daughter, that kind of thing, if they're a core family person, then it's quite possible there's several programs that you have in common, maybe dozens of programs you have in common. So it's going to take a little while to sort through all those things that are creating the conflicts. Okay, but if there's someone that you've just met, maybe at a workplace, maybe there's only 2 or 3 programs that you're sharing that are really getting under your skin. Okay, so what I'm saying is that you can heal anything, okay, any conflict you're having with anyone, or anything that's making you feel upset, making you feel disempowered, making you feel angry, that you want to deal with. Okay, you can actually deal with that in your own time by yourself. You don't need to actually have a conversation with that person. Okay, you only have a higher level conversation with them when you tune in. You just ask their higher self if they're cool with it, and I can guarantee you that pretty much every single time they're going to be completely cool with you dealing with it. And even if they're not, you can actually send it to their library up there for them to actually access at a later date. So nothing is ever wasted. So you can always do the work on yourself. If they don't want to feel it or experience it right now, that's fine. You can send it off, and they can deal with it when they want to. Okay, so it is probably one of the most exciting things I've ever discovered, Ho'oponopono, because when you use it in this way, I've simplified it for the modern person, for the busy modern person who needs stuff quickly, and you don't need any lotions or potions or devices or anything to do this. You can just be sitting there with your own intention, use the techniques that I give you, the data collection techniques I give you, so that you can find out what's going on with you two, what's really going on with you two, okay, why that person's getting under your skin. You can shift it really easily. And the Ho'oponopono technique is very, very simple. Okay, so like for an example, just to give you some ideas about what might be happening in a conflict. So if that person is coming at you and they're constantly making you feel a certain thing, they're making you feel really stupid, say for instance, like when they speak to you, they speak down to you, they're very derogatory towards you, they're very condescending, they're coming across as very condescending towards you, then what you'll find is that you both feel stupid, you both feel inadequate, you both feel, you know, I'm an idiot, I'm stupid, I'm less than this person, I'm not very smart, I have an inferiority complex, and you'll find that both of you have it. Okay, that's just an example. And so what you do is you actually shift that energy, the programming, which is, you know, I'm a lesser person, I'm not good enough, I'm stupid, I'm an idiot. Those kinds of programs are the ones that you're going to release if that's the kind of interaction that you guys are having. So that's just an example of what might be happening in a conflict. So you're more than welcome to share with me, send me a message, what it is that you're dealing with. If you want to get a little bit of feedback, a few ideas on what the programs might be that are going on for yourself. I highly recommend that you sign yourself up for the next course. There's always another course coming up, another retreat coming up. So look on humanhappiness.com.au, suss out when the next retreat's coming, sign yourself up. Again, as I said, you can do this all very personal. You don't have to share with the group. You don't have to tell us what you discovered, what your programs are, what you're dealing with. That can all be a very private thing, or you can share with the group. It's totally up to you. So I highly recommend you do that. And until then, all the very best, and bye for now.